Barbeck is a proud sponsor of local H&R Preps.
Kelly, I just got a new cell phone. It's awesome. And I just shot a video of Nick at the game tonight. Oh my God, he is so cute. I'll send it to you right now.
We help you stay connected with a cute picture here and there. Buy local. Buy Barbeck.
Hello, welcome to this week's Preps Preview alongside Justin Conn. I'm Leroy Bridges. We've got a lot of postseason action starting to kind of heat up on both the girls' side and the boys' side with some seeds coming out. But first, we're going to start off with top fives. Justin, what's yours look like this week?
Well, you know, I always like to shake mine up.
Yeah.
So, number 5, I have WINDSOR. I might have dropped them a little bit for no real reason other than they lost to St. Anthony, but I had a lot of teams knocking at the door. So
okay, so losing to ranked 2A teams hurts this 1A team. I got you.
Right.
It's
They're
cool.
still in the top 5.
It's a joint list, so you have to compare.
Yeah, you do. And top 5, it's tough to crack this top 5, and you might drop a little bit with a loss like that. It's not like the
This is a privileged list here.
Top 10. Yeah, it is. It's tougher to crack.
I got you.
Number 4, I'm debuting PANA.
Wow.
They haven't lost in 2011. They lost to Trenton Westland, I think, at the Vandalia tournament, and that's been it. They've been on a real roll, playing good basketball. Seems like their guys are kind of finding their roles. Mitch Byers and McMillan, and I've recently seen that Nick Spracklin's back in the lineup.
And that's a huge body for them. You said you were going to surprise me in your top 5. You succeeded.
I did.
You did.
Number
3, I have Effingham St. Anthony. No surprise there. They've obviously been playing a lot of real good basketball. Number 2, NOKOMIS. They had that rough stretch there, but they've righted the ship since then, and I think they're really on a good roll here heading into the last couple of weeks before regionals, and I think they're going to make a lot of noise in the postseason. And number 1, I think they've been the team all season is TEUTOPOLIS.
You've had T-Town there, number 1. I dropped them briefly for a week, but they're toward the top of mine. I'll start at number 5, though, NOKOMIS. I actually was kind of surprised last week. I realized I didn't have them in my top 5. I dropped them out because of that little stretch they went through. But this is a team 20-3, number 9 in the Class 1A poll. Should be more like number 5, 4, somewhere in there, and that's kind of where I have them. But you're right, a loaded team, and they're starting to get back on a roll right now, and that's big. Number 4, Lincoln. This is a team that we've continued to say we can't figure out. They're still 21-4.
They are. I don't know.
I mean,
it seems like they've lost a lot more than 4 times.
It
I don't know why
definitely does.
Is, but
they smoked, maybe not smoked, but they handled Springfield Southeast pretty good on Friday. 48 points by Jordan Nelson.
That was Lanphier.
Oh, Lanphier,
It was Lanphier. School record 48 by Jordan Nelson.
Turn around, and they only put up 48 combined as a team in a loss to Springfield High, I believe, on Saturday. So just kind of that Jekyll and Hyde we've seen from them. If they can somehow become consistent, they could be the number 1 team on this list.
Absolutely, and I think Jordan Nelson's definitely making a huge play for Area Player of the Year.
Certainly. Number 3 on mine, WINDSOR, that team that kind of knocked T-Town off for a week. It was a dumb move by me, I'll admit that. But they're 18-3, number 7 in the Class 1A poll. They're sitting in my 3 spot. Number 2, got to ride Effingham St. Anthony right now. They've definitely played a lot better than I expected. 18-4, sitting at number 10 in the Class 2A poll. Pretty good team. And number 1, T-Town, 20-2. I mean, they've had a little inconsistency on offense, but man, they've been great all year, really.
Yeah, they really haven't. You look at their losses to Galesburg, a ranked 3A team, and then to Pinckneyville, who, you know, is normally a ranked 2A team, not this year, but I saw that they lost, I believe, to another ranked 2A team, but it was again like a 30-something game.
So clearly they've got some good defense.
Yeah, they're doing some stalling, it looks like, too. So they might have got caught in the trap a little bit, T-Town did there.
Class 1A and 2A boys seeds came out early this week. The 3A and 4A, I think, are either late this week or early next week, but we're just going to kind of break some down. Justin, one thought on something that you saw from the seedings.
I'll start in 2A with the Clinton Regional. I really think that you have a really interesting mix. I think they got the seeding right. Maroa's the number 1 seed. Warrensburg's 2, St. Teresa's 3, Rochester 4, Clinton's 5. I think Clinton can win this tournament.
Yeah.
They probably won't. Maroa, I think, is the favorite, and I like Maroa to win it. But I think Clinton, on a given week, if Aaron Ennis can get hot, if they're healthy, yeah, I think they can win this thing. I think that might be the one regional where there is a 5 seed they can win it.
Yeah, and I think that's a team that I believe started the conference 3-1. They've struggled since then, but they've shown some capability to do that. Also in 2A, Flora, I never thought that this team with Paul Knapp, one of the best scorers in the area, would be a number 4 seed in any regional.
Right.
Now, this regional's loaded, but
it's loaded. They've had a good year. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like all of a sudden 4 has been some big disappointment. They've had a good year, but they had the loss to Olney, and yeah, it's shocking to see that 4 seed.
yeah, and the number 1 in that one is T-Town, number 2, St. Anthony, and then you got Olney at number 3, who they lost to. But, man, you talk about a loaded regional right there. That's it. And you might see some upsets. I know that T-Town and St. Anthony are ranked 2A teams, but Flora's got some talent.
They do, and it's just a shame also that T-Town and St. Anthony always are in the same regional.
It is a bummer.
It is a bummer. In 1A, I'm going to Argenta, where I just said I don't think there's another regional where there's a 5 seed that can win it, but this might be the one. The number 1 seed is Cerro Gordo, and 2 is Meridian. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Cerro Gordo beat Meridian, has had a real good year. 3 is A&M. I know they beat Meridian recently, but I think that overall the cases there, Cerro Gordo and Meridian are the strongest teams in that one. 4 is Argenta, which hasn't had a real good year, and then 5 is Bement.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see them as number 5. They have a win over Cerro Gordo here recently, and have been playing some good basketball, have a nice team. I don't know that they're going to win this regional, but that's another one where I think a 5 seed can kind of come up and bite someone, and that Cerro Gordo, Meridian, A&M mix there makes that a really interesting regional, because I think any of those 3 teams can win it, and then throw Bement in it too. So.
Yeah, it could go a number of different ways there. One that I don't think will go a number of different ways, though regional Windsor's in, I'm blanking on what site that's at, but they're the number 1. The number 2 is Tuscola. Now, while Tuscola has played well at times, they haven't recently. I mean, they started hot, and Tuscola to be kind of that second best team in that Windsor, to me, Windsor should cruise in this regional, and it'll be the first postseason anything for Windsor since 1965. And that's a long time ago, and it should be pretty convincing fashion, which is exciting for the Blue Devils.
And there's even a pretty big drop-off after Tuscola.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's a really, Windsor was really
in position to impress, I think.
Good, advantageous situation for them.
Definitely. Looking at girls regionals, they got underway early this week. Just kind of checking out a couple, title games that could be interesting. What are you looking at? I'm
going to go in 1A with the Argenta regional, where it looks like the final will probably match LSA and Argenta. And LSA's had a great year. They're the favorite in this one, no doubt about it. But it's really interesting to see that 2 kind of battle of the stars there with Hawkins for LSA and Candy Block for Argenta. And part of me can see a game where, it's almost like a battle between those 2, and they can go back and forth. I think that's almost advantageage to Argenta, because I think LSA has more weapons.
Yeah.
So if they can somehow, if Block can just have like a monster night, I think that's, and sort of make it a one-on-one show between those 2, it favors Argenta. But Jamie Scholenbruck has been playing great for LSA, and real good shooter. I think she's kind of the X factor in this that probably lifts LSA over Argenta.
Yeah, I would say that the Lions definitely have more weapons than the Bombers.
Yeah.
And you include Whitney Thompson in that group, too, the guard for LSA.
Right. Argenta's height is one thing that I think could cause LSA some trouble, though.
Looking at just an absolutely loaded regional, it'll likely be PANA and TEUTOPOLIS fighting it out for a regional title. Kind of a shame that these 2 teams have to run into each other. Both ranked in the Class 2A girls poll. PANA sitting at 25-2, T-Town 20-4. TEUTOPOLIS won this matchup earlier in the year.
PANA won it.
PANA won it earlier in the year at PANA, if I'm correct. Yeah. And this one could go either way. I mean, T-Town's really that established program. They've got a big-time scorer in Jesse Went, and PANA, they're going to have a target on their back, and they're young. They've got a lot of sophomores that kind of carry that group. So it'll be interesting to see if they can handle being the hunted rather than the hunter like they normally are in this matchup.
Exactly. No question, this is the best regional in the state.
Yeah.
Best regional final in the state.
Definitely.
No doubt about it.
Make sure you check out hrpreps.com for full coverage of all these regionals. We'll have action. We'll be out there busy all week long, so check us out.